Hello, everybody. I'm very pleased to be the first presenter today, and I thought that today we could start on a positive note.
Ma vaatan, kas ma saan oma esimese slaidi ka ette.
Let's see if I can get my first slide working.
Ma tegelikult alustan oma tänaseks 19-aastase poja sõnadega, kes
I would
siis,
like
kui
to
ta
quote
oli
my
4-aastane
19-year-old
ja
son.
lasteaias
When he
ühel
was 4
lasteaiakaaslasel
years
tervis
old,
väga kehvaks läks,
and one of his schoolmates was very
lasteaiakasvatajatele,
sick,
kutsige
then
talle
the
kiirabi, ma tahaks tulemust näha.
kindergarten teacher told him that
Ma
he
ei
would like
propageeri
to call
igale eksimale
911
kiirabi
because he
kutsuma,
wanted to see
aga
results.
tulemust me võiksime
I
alati tahta
don't
oma
think that we
tahes
should call the emergency service with every small problem, but I think that our meetings and conferences should have results.
Ma olen siia pannud punktidena kirja need, mida me võiksime meeles pidada.
Written down some things that we should remember. The treatment of patients with rare diseases is expensive and it will always be expensive. We can't help it. However, we need to be able to help the patients who have drawn the shorter stick, who have been born with a rare disease. They have had very bad luck already, and what will happen to them if we don't support them either? We need will, we need political courage. I'm looking at Marko, who probably agrees that we do need political courage to take these decisions. We also need cooperation between the states, companies, organizations, families, and doctors. We always need cooperation, especially in a field like this. We at the Children's Foundation have missed cooperation, the kind of cooperation where we could support the state on our behalf and maybe join forces with the state. But today I know that the Health Insurance Fund, with its laws and regulations, is very strict about these things. This makes our life more complicated. Because when I come to our first so-called examples, our life-changing patients, then here we have some cases where we would have been ready to pay a part of this funding. If the health insurance fund would have funded the most of the treatment, we would have helped on our behalf as well. But as the health insurance fund didn't support us back then, we had to take full responsibility. Here you can see Merilin and Katarina. They are two girls who started this marathon of funding ultra-orphan diseases. Merilin doesn't live in Estonia anymore. We started her treatment. Here, the Children's Foundation supported her, but this treatment was so important for her that the family was afraid that she would have another stroke. She was afraid that the Children's Foundation wouldn't be able to support her in the following periods. So the family moved to Finland, where the state funded this treatment. The health insurance fund started funding this treatment that Merilin also received 1 month after Merilin's family had moved away from Estonia. 1 month later, we found out that in the same hospital as Merilin, there was another girl called Katarina who had a different diagnosis, but who needed the exact same treatment. But the decision of the health insurance one wasn't applied to her case, so we started our fight from the scratch. For Katarina, this treatment was crucial because it was only this drug that allowed her to have a kidney transplant. thanks to our helpers from the Children's Foundation, in September 2019, she had a kidney transplant. It was successful. She needed to take the medicine for a couple of months after that. And as far as I know, she doesn't need any treatment anymore. She's studying at the university and she's doing well. So things worked out well for her. It was also a public fight back then. Many media outlets helped the Children's Foundation. And probably because we pressurized the health insurance fund from the 1st of January 2020, the Health Insurance Foundation started funding this medicine. These were our first girls. Both of these pictures are of Katariina. I don't have Merilyn's photo here. So yeah, Merilyn's family moved away from Estonia before we were able to take a photo. Here you can see our biggest fight. It's Annabelle's story, the story of gene therapy and 2.5 million euros. You probably all know the story. The campaign was started by the parents. We at the Children's Foundation supported them. We managed to get this amount of money. Annabelle went to the United States to have gene therapy. I can't tell you any more details because the parents say that they want to share their story themselves. Straight after Annabelle, we had Desiree. We knew that this was going to happen. We knew that the chances of collecting 2.5 million again would be very difficult. But luckily, we were able to get 3 offers because there were 3 different medicines on the market. The best offer was made by the pharmaceutical company Roche with the medicine Evrysdi. And this is our main treatment for all patients with SMA, and this is reimbursed by the state. In this photo, you can see Desiree is sitting in a swing. Actually, she couldn't lift her arms anymore at the time. And now I would like you to start a video. Here you can see Desiree now. She's doing a somersault here. This is our biggest joy when we can see that the children who we have fought for, who we have made efforts for, this brings us joy. And it's not only because of these children, but only because of all the children who haven't been diagnosed yet. We can see that these medications really work. I actually got ahead of myself. So here you can see that from the 1st of January 2023, the Health Insurance Fund started funding Desiree's treatment, but there was one condition. The treatment was funded to children up to 19 years of age. In the first rare disease conference, we were approached by Hendra's doctor, and she told us that she had a patient who was doing really well, but she was 17 days too old to receive the treatment funded by the state. We had to start new campaigns, we had to start new fights, and starting from the 1st of October 2023, the Health Insurance Fund started reimbursing the treatment to people up to 25 years of age. At the time, we knew already that there are also adults, for example, people who are 26, people who are 26 years old and a mother of 2 children who would actually also need this treatment. Me and Professor Õunap looked up Grete-Liis. We told her, I'm sorry you didn't get the treatment, but you have the possibility to fight. Will you accept the challenge? And if you accept the challenge, then you know that you will also be fighting for 3 other people who are older than them. You can see her brother here in the picture, who's in the wheelchair. Gretelist burst into tears and said that, of course, she would accept the challenge. She also performed in the conference. The photo was taken in the very same conference. And after the conference, Gretelis came to me and said, I took this picture with the head of the health insurance fund, Rain Laane. So, and I will post this picture only when we receive the treatment, but I will also post it when Rain Laane won't keep his word, because Rain Laane promised at this very conference that all these people will get the treatment. So our fight was useful for all the adults as well. And starting from the 1st of May 2024, this treatment is reimbursed by the Health Insurance Fund. Hi, I'm Hendra. I wanted to tell you how this treatment has changed my life. It's impossible to put in words how much strength it has given to me. I can go to the gym. I finished my bachelor's degree. I'm doing my master's degree now. I'm traveling. I'm doing different projects. I participated in a music video for the Estonian Eurovision Song Contest. And now I'm also a teacher, and we work with other students to make Tallinn more accessible for people with disabilities. I would like to thank everybody who has helped me in this journey. So you can see that there are more and more photos. We have more and more challenges. Our next story was about achondroplasia, about short children who really wanted to grow taller. There was a parent who approached the Children's Foundation at the time. Back then, what we really lacked was the register for rare diseases. We wanted to know how many patients we had who really needed this treatment. Thanks to the Competence Center of Rare Diseases and Professor Õunap, we reached all the patients whom you can see here, and they all received the Voxago treatment with the help of the Children's Foundation. From the 1st of July last year, the Health Insurance Fund started reimbursing this treatment for all patients who benefit from the medicine. The pharmaceutical company promised us that the children would grow for up to 2 centimeters a year, but our children actually grew 6 or 7 centimeters a year, so they broke all records. They are all doing fine, but it wasn't an easy fight. Here you can see a photo from our conference from 2023. This is the mother of Sander Lukas. She shared her story. Rain Laane, who was the head of the Health Insurance Fund back then, came to me after that and said that we should set a goal. For example, let's solve one problem per year. And you know what? He kept his word. He actually did keep his word. I hope that the new head of the Health Insurance Fund will keep up the good work. But it wasn't easy for these children to come here and share their story. The list is longer on every slide. Here we have 9 children who have cystic fibrosis, and they needed the medicines Kaftrio and Kalydeco. Here in the first picture, you can see Nora-Liisa, who was the first patient who received support with the treatment. What we have done at the Children's Foundation is that when we see that things aren't moving in any direction, then we cooperate with our good partner, the advertisement company Salamaa, who organizes a social campaign. And this has worked quite well. Here you can see some images from the campaign with the medicines Kaftrio and Kalydeco. The process was faster. So from the 1st of July 2024, this medicine is reimbursed by the Health Insurance Fund to all patients, adults included. The medicine is very efficient. So basically, starting from the day they started taking it, they could breathe again. Here, another photo from the Rare Disease Conference 2024, Alexander's father telling their story. This is why we need to bring the patients here. This is why the families need to share their stories here. The meetings where people, officials, the heads of organizations, they sit at one table and talk, they are very nice, but unless they set goals, unfortunately, it's not very useful. We have found that one picture and one story is worth more than all these meetings. And now, this is our present day. These are the medicines that are still not being reimbursed by the state. I'm looking at you, Marko. We have 3 different patients, 2 different medicines. You can see we have 3 question marks here. We are still expecting the day when the Health Insurance Fund will start funding the treatment for these children with Duchenne muscular dystrophy. Last year, we saw Ralph's mom here. You can see the picture was taken in this very same place. I have written the story here when Katri, who is Ralph's mom, wrote us. Then she said that when Ralph said that, so wishes don't really come true after all. I wish that I could run like other children, but I still can't. This started the fight of this family. I remember that after Kevin's story was told, Katri wrote us and said that Ralph wasn't the only one who had been walking at the age of 10. There were other children who lost the ability to walk after the age of 10. They knew that there were medicines that could help the children, but they couldn't afford to buy this medicine. So we at the Children's Foundation started fighting for these children. We contacted the pharmaceutical company, and now this treatment is available for these children. It's still very expensive, and we can't even speak about the prices here. And this is our present story as well. I am also looking at Marko here. When will these children receive treatment, which is funded by the state? Our little Emma, a child with a very rare skin disease, you will hear her story later. And then our 4 girls with a Rett syndrome. You will be hearing their stories here today as well. Today, the Children's Foundation supports their treatment. I know that the representative of the pharmaceutical company is here today as well. We are very happy that we have this treatment in Estonia. I know that it isn't available in many European countries yet. Tom knows how this fight was like. So first they kicked us out of the door, but then we went in through the window and we managed to get the agreement, and we can give the girls debut. All of them receive the treatment. And after 4 months of taking the medicine, their situation has improved a lot. My time is limited. Thank you. I tried to be as fast as I could, but I'm afraid I went a bit over time.
Jah, küsimusi on tulnud mitmeid, aga üks küsimus, kuidas saaks Eesti riik toetada lastefondi tegevust?
Thank you. We have a question. How could the state support the activity of the Children's Foundation? The state should not help support our work. The state should help the children get their medicine faster. The time it takes between medication becoming available in the world and to us should shorten. That would be the greatest help they could